Hi, everyone. So today we are here with Ariyah Cohen. Hi, Ariyah.
Hi guys.
I'm so happy that we got the opportunity to get together and have some chat. Finally, I've been interviewing a lot overseas, and finally we are here in the same time zone. And I was fortunate to meet you um, in in a unfortunate situation that you guys will hear about, but I was fortunate to meet you, and I'm really, really happy that we got a chance to get together and chat and share with the people a little more about what it is that you do. So please introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, Ilanita, I wanted to thank you for having me here on your platform and to also let you know that I'm extremely grateful to be able to meet you, not in the right place maybe, but definitely you are the right person for me to meet with. So thank you for having me today. My name is Ariyah Cohen and I'm originally from Jerusalem, Israel. I was born in a very, very small little neighborhood. And to be honest, I had a very magical childhood. I wish for everybody to have the same childhood I had. I never in my life had a dream of moving to America or the everything is possible in America or anything like that. But I always followed whatever. The lucky portion of my life is that I was always open to opportunities. And then it did happen to be that I actually unprepared moved to the US, and that was about 20 years ago. At my background when I was a child, like everybody else, I was a dancer. And I'm saying like everybody else because I feel like every woman danced in her life at some time.
At
So
some point, yes.
at some point, yeah. And so I was a dancer, and for me to be dancing in New York was like way out of the realm of my thoughts. It was only in the movies. But it happened to be that I arrived to New York and I signed in for dancing classes. Basically, I got myself a student visa, and from then on, I basically lived in the US now for almost 20 years. I've experienced a lot of stuff. I live both in New York and LA, and now I'm in LA. And what can I
How
say?
long
I've been
ago have you moved to LA?
to LA about 10 years ago. Yeah.
Oh.
And I've tried a little bit of every thing that was on the market to actually find a job or figure out where I want to grow. And the thing is that I was never attached to titles. Titles never did it to me. I always wanted to just do more and grow more and not be attached to this one thing that I think that that's it, that's who I am and that's where I'm done. No, I always wanted to grow more. And I like to say that I'm like half Frankie, half Grace. I don't know if you know the TV show. So half of me
Actually
is
not.
okay. So it's about these two ladies in their older age, and one is very businesslike, and the other one is very spiritual and artistic. And I feel like I have exactly half and half. Some days I'm very professional, not even necessarily professional. Some days I'm really focusing into getting business done, and some days it's more about the art and what I want to do and how to express myself in other ways and not just targeting something and go for it. So I
It
feel like
sounds like you're finding that balance almost
yes,
on a daily basis, I would say.
completely, completely, and I love it. And when I was younger,
Awesome.
actually, I struggled because I felt like I have to choose one. It's either I'm doing business or either I'm doing art. But I was never just one thing. I was never just one thing. And
So speaking about business and art, you went overseas, you left your folks there, you spent a few years in New York, and then you relocated to LA.
mhm.
And so what are you doing these days? I'm really curious to hear more.
So these days, I'm actually guiding families, individuals, both in the US and in Canada, with the philosophy of the new art of living, which is basically three philosophies combined together. The first one is multi-handed income. We believe that everybody should have a multi-handed income. The second one is the three rules of money, three goals, and 10% saving. And the third one is self-improvement. in our organization, which is Wealth Builders, we believe that there is nothing, no, there is no platform, there is no business person, there is no in daily life that you can move forward in whatever it is that you do without focusing as well on self-improvement. A lot of people always ask me how self-improvement has anything to do with money. It has to do a lot with it. It's your mindset and how you think about it, your relationship with money, whatever you think you deserve. It's the whole umbrella together. So we empower families and individuals to actually being able to use our platform for the multi-handed income. Sorry, and then also apply the rules of money and be in an environment of a self improvement.
That's really amazing. When I think about our parents, traditionally, they got into some field and that took them for the rest of their life, wherever they were, and they would maybe develop themselves within those boundaries. And I guess nowadays we can say some people have more than one hat. They're more broader look, and we actually treat running our families as maybe a business like. Would you say that?
Definitely, and that's another thing of why we. I'm going to speak on behalf of myself and not the full organization. I completely believe in what I do in the sense of everybody was born to not even have more, but to have it all. And it's okay to want to have it all. And when I say have it all, it's not at all anything to do with what you can buy. It's mostly, like you say, have more time with your kids. There is no reason why, when a parent is finishing work, they still need to be on their phone or they still need to be basically not fully engaged with their kids. There is no reason why a mother that want to go watch her daughter play soccer, she can't because she have to go to work. So back in the days, even for my parents, my dad worked super hard, my mom worked super hard, but I feel like there was limits. They once they finished work, they were with us. Today everything is so all together, and we're in a chase of, most of society is in a chase to get to the next thing. But the question is it the way that you do it, is that the way to get to where you want? There are so many different ways to get to where we want. And for us, the way that we go through is, again, like if you have your own business, and then if you do know how to apply a multi-handed income for your own benefit, you don't need to do the chase. There is no reason why you should. So
So that was exactly my next question I wanted to ask you. If you can give us some tips, I understand that boundaries is a very important part of how to get more balance in our lives. Is that correct? And then what
definitely
else would you recommend people that are watching you, how else they can help themselves really get more,
get
with
more.
less, I guess.
So the first thing, I believe that you have to find the right people for you. And you do have to be very honest with yourself. What is it that I really want? What are my values? Because in general, we find ourselves with the people that are just close to us or the people that we met through people. If those people are not in the same category of what you're wishing for yourself, then you will never be able to grow to be who you are. So for me, sometimes, and a lot of people always tell me you're very secretive or you're very private, but it's not that I'm very private. It's just that I like to spend my time with the people that I can grow with the people that I can have a conversation. Not just, I'm not into going to drinks to like have a drink anymore. Is most of my friends going to have a drink? Yeah. Does that mean that I need to? No, that's my boundary. Like, if we're going to, just to party in order to party, and it's not for me, I'm not going to push myself to do something I don't like. I rather stay at home and read a book. That's my thing. So
So let's
choosing,
dive. I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. I'm just saying
I'd like to
choosing the right people around you. For me, that's the most important thing, the environment.
100%, I agree. Let's dive in a little deeper into what you do and how you help people. Is this something that is a one-time meeting, or is this a journey that you walk with your customers? Can you
So
share a little bit more about the service that you provide?
definitely. So there is two ways to actually use what I do. The first one is when you figure out that what's the meaning of this opportunity. and you choose that this opportunity might be for you, then basically I guide people hand in hand how to build their own business, multi-handed income in the financial industry. We basically guide individuals from A to Z until they become independent, where they don't need me anymore. They can go run their own business. And what it really means is whatever you built is now yours, and you can, even like when you're done, you can then transfer it to your kids. Think about the growth that you can actually achieve from that generation as far as like what you're building for your family. So this is the one opportunity. So it's the multi-handed income when we show people how to actually own their own business and be independent. The definitely we're teaching everybody the principle of how to grow your money, how to protect your family. There is a lot of people that don't understand the meaning of what's protection. We all pay, for example, we all pay car insurance, but do you pay your own insurance? You're the biggest asset of yourself. Your kids deserve for you to have a life insurance or a term insurance or whatever insurance it is. You need to make sure that you've protected yourself and your family. I think that the concept here is very transactional, where in reality, again, it's a mindset, it's understanding how to build your own portfolio. So on that journey of building your own business, we teach people how to build their own portfolio, how to actually be involved in a lot of other products that are in the market. And then we also have conventions every 3 to 4 months as far as personal growth. So this is this one way to actually use my services. The other way is if a person actually just want to dive in a little bit more into the financial education and learn what it is that they need. Now, side note, it doesn't matter how much money you make or don't make. I'm sure that we can go over your portfolio and see. Think about it more like a Monopoly game. You don't just want to buy just houses. You want to buy a house and you want to own a hotel and you want to have the card of avoiding paying taxes. And it's the whole thing together. It's not just one thing fit everybody or everybody just need to buy houses. It's a full portfolio. It's like putting a puzzle together. And the beauty of like why I think that our services is amazing is because I'm not attached to any one company. So I can get whatever fits to the client and not based on what so-called I'm being told. So,
So it sounds like your company is very diverse,
mhm.
and it's you have a custom fit for each one. Can you share with us some stories in the past that you've met? Of course, no naming, but some experiences of what you've seen and how it has helped families.
Of course. So to begin with, there is no this company fits a specific either gender or class or a family oriented or a single person oriented. It fits everybody. I can tell you that one of my clients that I worked with, I'm just gonna say just a mother. The husband doesn't work. There's 3 kids at home, and they only she after we looked over expenses, income, and everything, basically we saw that there is only $200 discretionary a month left. Out of the 200, we clearly are not changing the world here, right? We're starting to build a portfolio. We only dedicated $80 to whatever it is that I've provided for her. At least be protected. Unfortunately, 2 months later, she found out she had whatever health issues that she needed to deal with. Think about it. The husband doesn't work, and there's 3 kids at home, and everything is dependent on her. She
Mhm.
was able to actually get money out of the policy that she had in order to go through the treatments while she's still providing an income for the family and while she's being taken care. There's a lot of things that happen on a daily basis that we do not expect. Well, nobody think that something is going to happen to them tomorrow. So we don't really think of when it happens, am I actually ready? When it happens, did I actually do the right thing for my kids, my husband, my loved ones, whatever it is? So
That
this is
really gives
one
me
thing, yeah.
goosebumps. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So for the people that are listening to you, I knew that our alarm will go on. So the time passes so fast.
Yeah.
And for those listening to us now, how can they reach out to you and where can they find you? Or actually, to reach out to you, we will have your links here, but more like what are your plans and what would you wish for yourself? That probably would be the question, the next question that I'd like to ask you. What would you wish for yourself? And then, of course, you guys, you can reach out under here in the description below.
So I love that you asked me that because a friend of mine asked me the same thing, but in the other way around. She asked me, "Don't you miss when we were living at such and such place?" And it's correlating to what you asked me because on this platform, I have the tools and the mentors to don't just wish for myself. I have a plan and I have a guidance on daily basis to know how to get to my plan. And the beautiful thing in this platform is that you can have as big plan as you want, as small plan as you want, whatever it is that you think you might want. I don't dream. I have goals and I'm getting to my goals. So I have a list of the things that I'm going to achieve in the next 10 years. I do want to be able to represent my country and represent it well on bigger stages and actually be another voice for the community and for people in general. I think that we all deserve a better, we all deserve it all. So hopefully I'll be able to present more people and do more good.
So, Aria, this is a great finale for this first interview. I will be watching you, and I will remind you 10 years from now when you're on that big stage, who you came to for your first interview, hopefully
I'm
online.
taking you with me,
Uh,
so you don't need to remind me.
all righty, I'll hold your hand. I want to really thank you for making the time and coming to an interview with me. And I want to share with everyone that these interviews are given as part of my way to expose Lev AI, which is a digital platform to help and empower small and medium-sized businesses with AI and digital tools to get them more exposure online. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I want to thank you so much, Aria. I love your energy and your goodwill and your big heart to help so many people that are really in a need for it. So I look forward to our next talk, which I'm sure is not going to be in 10 years. I'm not waiting so long. And thank you again. Thank you for
Thank
sharing that
you.
important information that really everybody needs to know.
Thank you.